My name is Kathy Butler. I'm the psychology librarian here at George Mason. I want to take some time today to walk you through library resources that you can use to do your assignments in physiological psychology, Psyc372. The library's webpage is at library.gmu.edu. That's where our library resources are all located. Today we're going to talk about finding scholarly articles using Google Scholar and PubMed.gov and PsycInfo. We will also look at finding full text of articles using the library's website and how to find books using the library's website. Google Scholar is a great place to start looking for overview information, and I know a lot of people love to use it. One of the things you need to remember is to set the library links under Google Scholar. So when you open up Google Scholar, go to the settings and under library links type George Mason and you'll see a drop down. And if you select these three checkboxes, when you do a search in Google Scholar, for example, zombie apocalypse, you will see what is full text at Mason. And that's a good way to use it. We're going to start today by looking at PubMed.gov. PubMed is also called Medline. It's organized by the National Library of Medicine, and it is the core medical database for medical literature. There's a couple of ways to search PubMed. Right now, what I have up here at the top are just keywords, and I've just put in REM, sleep, brain, and physiology, and I searched them. And you can see I got back originally 5,474 items. I have already limited that set using the left column to review. Review is a great limit if you have a large set because the reviews will include a literature review and sometimes they will be a nice overview of a topic. You can see that PubMed also includes foreign language. This is in brackets, and that means it's a foreign language article. It's in Hungarian. There may be an English abstract, but the article will be in Hungarian. There is a better way to search PubMed, and that is to use the MESH database and the advanced search screen. The MESH database, MESH stands for Medical Subject Headings. It's used by indexers at the National Library of Medicine, and when an article is getting ready to be indexed for Medline, the indexers assign subject headings to the articles for the main content, the main topic of the article. This way you don't have to search multiple synonyms to find a topic because they are all subsumed under the medical subject heading that has been assigned. When you go to the MESH database, you can type in a term. What I typed in was REM, and you can see there are 18 results because the indexers have used REM in 18 different ways. The one I'm interested in is here, sleep, REM, and you can see there is a definition of how the indexers are applying this term. So if I select sleep, REM, it takes me to this record page. And I can see that there is a way for me to apply subheadings to sleep REM. So I've selected physiology and physiopathology. Down here, these are the entry terms. These are the terms that are all subsumed under sleep REM, so I don't need to go search on those. Everything I find under sleep REM will include these. So I have selected sleep REM, physiology, physiopathology. I'm going to add it to the search builder here. I also want to do the same thing with brain, so I've selected brain as a MESH heading. There are lots of different terms for brain in the MESH headings, cerebellum and all kinds of different things, brainstem, but I'm keeping it very broad and just using brain today, and I'm going to use the subheadings for physiology and physiopathology. I'm going to add this to the search builder with an and you can see that the sleep REM and the brain are anded together, and when I search PubMed, I'm going to get back 2,264 items. I can start limiting using the left column. We talked about reviews. That's a good way to limit. You can also limit to just humans. If you're not interested in studies that use animals, then that's one limit that you can use. Core clinical journals is an excellent way to limit your results because that includes just those medical journals that are most frequently read, and that would be New England Journal of Medicine, JAMA, Lancet, and a few others like that. I'm going to go ahead and start looking through this list, and the first one that I think I want to look at is this one. It's called REM Sleep, a Biological and Psychological Paradox. It's in a journal called Sleep Medicine Reviews from 2011, and I also see that it's got a free PMC article label here. That means it's in PubMed Central, and it's free to me and the world, probably because the study was funded by the National Institutes of Health or some other government agency, and they were required to submit it to the archive at PubMed Central. So when I click on this, it takes me to a record. There is no abstract for this article. There are more mesh terms here. If I click on this, I can see what they are. But there is a link to the PMC full text. So when I click on that, it takes me to the PubMed Central archive. And here you can see the author manuscript that was submitted. And if I want a PDF of that, I can just click here. Okay. Let's go back and look at these again. Here's another article that looks interesting. It's called REM Sleep Loss Increases Brain Excitability. It is also in Sleep Medicine Reviews 2011, but there is no free PMC article link here. When I click on it, it takes me to the record, and I see that there is an abstract and there's information about it, but there is no link to the full text. So I'm going to show you two ways to find the full text of an article from PubMed. The first way is the easy way, and that is to highlight, copy, like copy and paste. You're going to copy a few words in the title, and then go to library.gmu.edu, which is our library website, and use the quick search tab and just paste it here in the box, and then click quick search. It doesn't always work, but when it does work, this is what you get. You get REM Sleep Loss Increases Brain Excitability, which is the article that I want. So it's right here on top. So if I click it, what I get is something we call Mason Link. And this is the e-journal finder that tells people where we have articles and where we pay for the journal subscription. So we have Sleep Medicine Reviews, full text online from Science Direct Freedom Collection. And so all I have to do is click on this article and it will take me to the PDF. This is the publisher's website, and here's the PDF that I can get into. It's very important to use the link from the library's website, because if you go straight to the publisher's website, they don't know that you are Mason affiliated and that we have paid for access to this. So if you go through the library's link, then you have to identify yourself at the proxy with your Mason ID and password, and then you will have access to the content. Another way to find an article, full text, from PubMed is to take the name of the journal. So we know it's Sleep Medicine Reviews, and back under library.gmu.edu on the third tab where it says Articles and More, there's a third box here that says e-journals by title. So I type Sleep Medicine Reviews, hit submit. It takes me out here to the e-journal finder, and it says we have Sleep Medicine Reviews from 1997 to the present in Science Direct. And if I click here, it will take me to the table of contents of the journal. It won't take me to the article level, but I know, for example, that this article is from 2011. It was in volume 15, issue 3, and the pages were started on 165. So here's the PDF to this article. Okay. Let's go back to library.gmu.edu and look at a different database. I'm going to use, up at the top right, there is a box for search the site, like most websites have. And if you type psychology in there, what you'll get back is a link here to an info guide that I have created here for psychology. So I'm trying to pull together all the psychology resources in one place that might be useful to you. My information is also here, so anytime you have a question or you need assistance with anything, you can email me and I'll be glad to correspond with you. The info guide has a list of core databases on the front. We also have tabs for finding books, tests and measurements, information about addiction or counseling, and then we have special pages for the programs that are here at Mason in psychology. We're going to start by looking at Psyc372, which is the journal database for psychology. So when you click on Psyc372, this is what you see. It takes you to PsycNet. PsycNet is the platform. We purchase access to PsycNet from the American Psychological Association, and we have all these databases on this platform. We're going to start with Psyc372, which is the database for journal articles. Now we can put in keywords here just like we did at PubMed. I could type REM and brain here and search, and I would get lots of things back. But there is a better way, a more efficient way to search PsycNet, just as there is for PubMed. They call it a term finder. It's their version of MESH. It's a psychological index. It's a thesaurus of psychological index terms. So up here under their term finder, I typed in REM, and it says for REM use rapid eye movement. So that's what I would look for if I was only looking for rapid eye movement. But I'm looking for REM sleep, and they do have a term for that. If I click on that, expand that box, I find that if I was looking for paradoxical sleep, the term that I should be using to search is REM sleep, because that's how the indexers have applied the term. There are broader terms and there are related terms, and sometimes these are very useful if you're looking for something very specific like REM dreams. The related terms will let you search at a more specific level. But I'm going to choose REM sleep. I'm going to add it to my search. And then I also want to use brain, so I'm going to go back and do the same thing with brain and add it to my search. So now I've got REM sleep as an index term. I've got brain as an index term. I'm going to add them together and search. I get back a list of articles. I have already limited this list using the column on the left to peer-reviewed journals. Some of the things that come back from the search will include dissertations and other items, and all I want are peer-reviewed journal articles right now. The left column is also useful if you are looking to find out, for example, who's publishing on a topic. So the authors are listed here in order of number of articles published. So this is useful to find out who's publishing on a topic, and also author affiliation, where the research is being done. And down here for source, if you want to know what journal would be good just to start browsing for your topic, it will give you a list of journals. Here's an article at the top that's from Neuroscience and Behavioral Physiology. If this was, some articles will just have a PDF that you can click on. But this one, we don't pay for it through PubMed, through Psych. So what we have to do is use the Mason link. So when I click on the Mason link, it takes me out here and says, here's the article you want, here's the journal. We pay for it in Springer Link, and here's the full text online. I click on it, and it takes me to the article. Okay. I want to take a minute just to talk about finding books. Sometimes it's really useful to have an overview on a topic, and a book will either could be very good for that. It also may have chapters that are more specific that will lead to information on your topic. So under quick search, I've typed a very broad term, neuropsychology, and when I search that, I get back a lot of hits, but I'm limiting, once again on the left, to books. And what comes up are, the first couple that come up are online books, and I can click on them, and it will take me to the online version of the book. And then I have, depending on the vendor, you have options for downloading PDF chapters, or checking the book out for a period of time, or downloading it to your devices. If it is a book that is in print on the shelf, it will tell you what library it's in with a call number. If you are a distance education person, there is a form you can use on the front page of library.gmu.edu where it says borrow and renew. And under borrow, you can request something to be delivered to you as a distance education student. Under the Psychology Info Guide, under Find Books, there are links to other kinds of books that might be useful to you. There's the DSM-5 online, and you can click on that. Psych Books, which is part of the platform of APA PsycNet, has a lot of books that you can look at that are online. We have a lot of books from EBSCO, and they have a collection of psychology titles. And we also have the APA handbooks online. The APA handbooks are kind of state-of-the-art books on these topics. So they're available for you to look through also. Okay. I hope this has helped. Here's my information, and you're welcome to contact me if you have questions or need assistance. You also have access to a distance education librarian named Tina Adams. This is her information, and she has info guides as well on the library's website. So thank you.